It looks like a Somalian spaceship dumped in rural Ireland's green landscape, but it was built by humans more than 5,000 years ago, and recent DNA analysis of remains found at the site reveals some disturbing truths about these ancient Irish people. Hello everyone. In this video, we will talk about how DNA taken from this huge Neolithic tomb revealed some sad facts about Ireland's former rulers. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for regular updates. Let's get started. This vast Neolithic tomb's DNA revealed Ireland's former king's terrible realities. Narrow passages with beautiful Stone Age sculptures go through the old building to tombs for the chieftains of these long-dead people. Newgrange, a spectacular edifice in the Boyne Valley, provided several ancient tombs. Newgrange is 5,200 years old, older than Stonehenge, which is 4,500. Newgrange's impressive feat is contrasted by English Heritage's 2,500-year-old Parthenon on Athens' hilltop. The Newgrange monument is 40 miles north of Dublin, and the Boyne Valley has many Stone Age and Bronze Age relics. After Newgrange, Doath and Noath are the most famous sites in the Boyne complex of 35 Stone Age mounds. After being unearthed in 1699, the main monument was thoroughly studied and renovated in the mid-20th century. The farmers who built Newgrange had obviously moved on from the earlier humans who lived by hunting and gathering, and both Britain and Ireland believe this transition took place around 7,000 years ago. Archaeology and DNA show that the civilization that built Newgrange was stratified and may have regarded its leaders as gods. Their customs differed from those of most cultures throughout history for unclear reasons. Nearly 2,000 years after its construction, Newgrange was abandoned in the Iron Age around the 3rd century BC. Campbell's workers found the tomb's stunning entrance while building using mound stone. Campbell's laborers delved into the mound and found a pathway to the inner room with glass beads and animal bones. Luckily, Welshman Edward Wood was exploring Ireland and stayed nearby in County Meath. He was a keen antiquarian, and the Newgrange side immediately caught his interest. He was reportedly not that impressed by the discovery and described what he saw as a barbarous sculpture, though he did write a report, and this got the attention of another antiquarian. Thomas Molino Campbell informed him that there were 2 sets of human remains, which suggested that the Newgrange mound was a tomb. Modern Boyne Valley archaeology didn't begin until 1962. Professor Michael O'Kelly of University College Cork, one of Ireland's leading archaeologists, began work at Newgrange in 1962, saving the site's integrity. Visitors were damaging this mysterious location. O'Kelly's home unearthed only a small hole of the bones that presumably once lay inside the tomb in the stone basins apparently designed for that purpose, but the expert persevered and returned to the site for a 4-month dig with restoration work every summer for 13 years from 1962, and was rewarded with a stunning revelation. O'Kelly and his team removed a massive grass and weed cover on the mountain's crest to reveal a rectangle-shaped opening above the entryway. Evidently, it was partially covered by a slab of crystallized quartz, which appeared to be a shutter that could be opened and closed over the slit. At first, O'Kelly and the other researchers were at a loss to explain the meaning of this enigmatic opening set in the roof of the mound, but the archaeologist recalled a local piece of folklore that talked of the sun shining into the tomb at the summer solstice on Midsummer's Day. The New York Times reports on 35,000 megalithic buildings from Scandinavia to the Atlantic coasts of France and Spain and around the Mediterranean. English Stonehenge is most famous. A noteworthy Neolithic construction on the Orkney Islands northwest of the mainland is a chambered cariner. Mound dates back to 2700 BC. An intriguing question for archaeologists is just how the culture and skills necessary to build these magnificent monuments spread across Europe some 5 millennia ago. Some theories were aired in an article in the aforementioned newspaper in 2019, and one has it that these megalithic monuments may have been built quite independently of one another, but a second theory posits that the building of these stone structures started somewhere in the Near East. Her research demonstrated that the earliest megalithic tombs date back 6,500 years and are located in northwest France. Hence, these stone buildings did not originate in the Near East. The stone tomb may have reached the Mediterranean, Atlantic, and Scandinavian coasts from France, Britain, and Ireland, so it's likely that the expertise needed to build the Newgrange tomb spread to Ireland from ancient France. Yet it's another recent discovery that's both fascinating and troubling. We mentioned earlier that Trinity College Dublin researchers tested some of the Newgrange mound bones for DNA. When the results were published in Nature in June 2020, Dr. Laura Cassidy, one of the researchers, told the Irish Times that they were surprising. She said of the tomb's male DNA study in June 2020, "I'd never seen anything like it." Cassidy continued, "This individual's copies were extremely similar to a telltale sign of close inbreeding. In fact, our analyses allowed us to confirm that his parents were first-degree relatives. In other words, the couple who'd produced this male offspring had in all probability been brother and sister or parent and child. Therefore, this was a case of incest, and this finding led to an interesting conclusion. As Cassidy told the Irish Times, only the elites approve first-degree incest, usually inside a deified royal family. Therefore, these male remains may have belonged to an elite member of a society so hierarchical that the leaders were regarded as gods." Trinity College Dublin lecturer Dan Bradley, he said that the male skeletal remains' lucky position matches his old genome's oddity. The BBC reports that incest among the ruling classes is frequent, but the burial reflects a socially sanctioned union and a stratification so extreme that only family members were worthy of the elite. The Inca Empire's emperors practiced it, and the pharaoh Tancamon may have. He may have been born into an incestuous relationship between his brother and sister's parents, but why did those ancient kings turn to one of the most profound human taboos? Dr. Cassidy believed it was an extreme example of elites' behavior. Elites marry inside their kin group to maintain power, but they also break many norms to set themselves apart. Breaking these norms may make you seem more divine. That's it for today. What do you think about this incredible discovery? Let us know in the comments section. Please like and share our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for regular updates.